equipment manufacturers. We lose tons of that because now.
Hey. Yeah, I forget I make these a bit more often than I am supposed to. As you can see, it's kind of insane. The weather's insane today. I mean, I don't know if this does it justice. I don't think it quite captures how dark the sky really is right now. But it's dark. It's quite foreboding. This is a huge cloud I'm looking at. Yeah. Work has been good, you know. Oh my God. Sorry. There's something in my car. It's pissing me off. I don't know where these bugs keep coming from, man. I cleaned all the trash out of my car, and there's like small bugs appearing. And it's kind of gross, because, you know, when you think of that, when you think of a bug flying near you, you're like, stink lines, you know, green stink line aura with bugs. This nigga stinks, you know. That's what you think of. Yeah, no, thank you. I don't really like that. There's a bug flying around me today, you know, and that shit, you don't know how much that shit pisses me off, because it's like, it's such a connotation. It's like, oh, this guy stinks. Ew. Aura. You know, like, it's it's quite honestly, you know, not a good look for most. And yeah, I'm not really messing with that. I wore a nice outfit today. I wore a collared shirt. I wore a belt. This was one of my old work outfits I wore. And when I got to my new job, I really didn't have to dress like this. I didn't have to dress like this at the old job, but I would dress up on some days just because it makes you feel more important going to work and being dressed up, as opposed to just putting on sweatpants and your 15th black shirt that you own and going to work, you know? Bro says I got that shit on and it's just an all black fit. I mean, it's cool, sure, but, you know, for the 15th time, bro owns 3 pairs of black pants and 15 black shirts. He can make an outfit every week for 3 weeks. Yeah. The reason I'm in such a great mood, number 1, I'm going home. But number 2, week's halfway over. It gets better. I don't really have any plans for the weekend. I don't know. I kind of want to work on my business. I kind of want to sit around and play League of Legends on my computer. I don't really know, but the weekend is my time to do what I want. I found a cool place to fish. My coworker's been telling me about his fishing stories, and I'm like, that sounds cool. I might be down for that. And if it works, I can, you know, buy some cheap poles and go out with my friends. That wouldn't be so bad. I'm trying to think of something else to talk about. I mean, my Adderall story got interrupted a couple days ago. I was recording one of these where I kind of discussed like my medication and ADHD and stuff, and what it's kind of led from me. I would say, you know, I've gone through all of school without taking medication. I mean, you know, unmedicated ADHD is not a recipe for success in school. Like, sure, you can figure some stuff out, but I wasn't into like biohacking and like, you know, trying to exploit biological systems in order to gain an advantage in my life. Wasn't about that yet. I mean, all I really cared about was coming home from school and not doing my homework and playing video games. And then it only started to get serious in high school when I was like, oh, I gotta do these assignments or I'm gonna fail. Wow. It's very funny. Very funny. I think in middle school I didn't realize it was possible to fail because I had it. It was close sometimes. 6th grade was pretty rough. Mainly because I don't think I did a single homework assignment other than like projects like the science fair. I really just did not do any homework. And they passed me because they were like, you cannot do this again. Yeah, crazy stuff. Keep a long story short, keep a short story long. Yeah. I don't know. I got my first taste of Adderall. I say that like I'm some sort of meth head, but funny thing is Adderall is just, same chemical compound or very closely related. Oh, look, it's raining. Oh yeah, this is about to be bad. But yeah, Adderall is, I got my first try of it when I was doing dual enrollment for taking college classes in my senior year of high school. And I kind of fell in, you know, I think back then, dab carts, weed pens, they have a lot of different names. They're basically like disposable cartridges for like THC oil, weed pen. You know, they hit the community like, wow, they're here, you know. And I really didn't do drugs. Like, I stayed away from that stuff. I was offered to smoke weed in my sophomore year of high school, and I was scared. I'm not gonna do that. No, I don't know what's gonna happen. Like, I had just got put onto nicotine. Later I'd find that would be a lifelong addiction. Bro says as he hits his vape. And they tried to say, oh yeah, try weed now. And I wanted to try it, but I was really scared, so I didn't try it. They also couldn't light it. They couldn't light the blunt or the joint they had wrapped because no one had a lighter. And, you know, we're kids. Like, come on, dude. Anyway, fast forward later in that story, I eventually was put in a situation to try weed again. And this time I took the opportunity. It was a very strange night, but it ended up being really fun. And, you know, I guess I'm glad I got the opportunity to try it. I don't really smoke weed anymore, just because it's a bit, I don't know what changed about it, but it's very overwhelming, anxiety-wise to smoke now. And I am already a high anxiety person, so it's not a good recipe for me in most circumstances. But yeah. Back on topic. Yeah, I went through high school. I went through all of like K through 12 unmedicated, and it just got progressively harder and harder. And my family isn't really like into that. They will never recommend like medicine, like Western medicine, you can call it, prescription drugs, as a solution to anything. Normally they'd say like, oh, everything you have for success is already in your brain. But some people just have brains that are designed improperly. Maybe they don't get enough dopamine or, whatever. So they can't focus. The reward receptors are not hooked up properly, man. I don't know what happened. It is what it is. It is what it is. But what can you do? Realistically, like, when you're in that situation, you kind of just have to tough it out until you get to a certain age and you can start making your own decisions. So that kind of began for me. Not all the way, definitely not all the way. And embarrassingly enough, I would say by this age, I'm kind of in charge of my own life. But yeah, back then, definitely not. What, 17, 18? No, when I tried to tell my mom I was going to do something that she didn't want me to do, we'd get into an argument. Same with my father or even my older siblings. Like, okay. So, fast forward. I've been in and out of college a couple times now. Most of that time unmedicated. And I kind of made it work, but it was definitely a struggle. It took a lot out of me to do my assignments. And I take way too long to do them, too. I don't know how I managed to get through, but I didn't finish. I was enrolled in a 4-year college, didn't finish, and then, let me see. Yeah, and then later on, after, because COVID had already happened, and, is he mental? Did he get on and put his emergency lights on in front of me? What a loser. But yeah, lockdown kind of, led to me dropping out or taking a gap year in the middle of college. Kind of insane, but whatever. It was a difficult time. But, I'll skip a couple years because COVID kind of, I'm finding out it made everyone a bit, crazy. Everyone went through mental turmoil during that time. It wasn't a wholly unique experience, but basically I came out a different person, and I think like seeing that my friends that I had graduated high school with are basically getting their bachelor's degrees and going beyond for masters, and something about it made me really upset with not just myself, but like maybe the world. I don't know. So I went back to college, again unmedicated, and I did really well up until I stopped doing well. And then when I stopped doing well, I kept trying to start again, and I just couldn't do it. Could not do it. So, enrolled in a 2-year college, should have finished last year, never finished. So now I got to go back this fall, and I'm just going to go part-time until I can grind out however much I need to grind out. And it kind of goes back to what I said earlier, where like at this point I'm in control of my own life. No one's going to tell you to do this work. Like, you just got to do it. You got to, even if you don't want to do it, you have to do it. Unless you're just going to not have a degree, which is, it's possible, right? It's definitely possible, but it's also like, geez, man. I mentioned this before, I'm in IT, and it's possible. Again, it's possible. Certifications are a path to a career. You can, collect enough of them that it balances out, but they don't replace a degree. And I think, kind of like the trifecta of experience, certifications, and education, I think experience wins above the other two, but the other two can't, they're very important. And a lot of jobs require, if they don't straight up require a degree, they prefer it. So I think it wouldn't hurt to have one. And if I can get this associate's degree, then, I might just have to continue through to a bachelor's and maybe more. I don't know. Especially with the current situation with student loans. Oh man, don't even get me started on those. I took out student loans going in. My mom would not take them out. So I took out quite a bit. And taking out student loans and not having a degree after is such a huge L. It's outright dude, what were you doing in there? It's loser behavior, definitely. But yeah, yeah. So all that to show, after I had failed out of college the second time, I decided maybe I should go get diagnosed, because I think I might be regarded, just a bit. And I did get some diagnoses, and I kind of got what I wanted out of it, which was just something to take for behavior, and something to take for focus. And I also got to speak with a therapist at length, which was good. That's kind of that. That kind of was really, how do I say? I mean, it is helpful. This is my, third time now on Adderall. And I think I took Ritalin when I was younger, which I might have liked the most. Ritalin just worked. I don't know if I was taking Ritalin or not, but I may speak with my doctor and ask them if I can do something else, just because I like Adderall, but it feels like a lot of energy. I don't know. It's hard. I wish it lasted longer. I wish I stayed focused a little longer. I don't know. This was a very unfocused, unserious video about ADHD. medication, and as you can tell, it was all over the place. I mean, I talked about a lot of different things. I just want to, I guess when I return to school, I want to make sure that I do it this time. I don't want to fall off. I don't want to give up halfway. I can't stand that, man. I want to finish. I want to, make it. Especially because with the situation with student loans, how, they're resuming student loan payments. I had my payments deferred for a long time. And I was on the list to have my loans canceled. That didn't end up happening for some reason. So, yeah, now I'm kind of on the hook for about, $30,000 and no degree. If I knew what I knew now, I definitely would not have. I would have went to the local college. Would not have went to the state school. I would have went to my community college for 2 years and then probably finished somewhere else. Tried to keep my grades up, so I could have had, scholarships and everything. But I also wish somebody would have said that there were paths outside of college, because I kind of knew I wanted to do IT when I was younger, and my school didn't have an IT path. It just had computer science, and I'm like, this is close enough, only to find out that no, it's not. It's not close at all. And I don't know. I feel like I wasted a lot of time thinking back on all that stuff. And it sucks, because I kept getting older, and things don't just happen on their own. You got to do it. Regardless of if you do it or if you don't do it this time, you're going to age. You're going to get another year older. Spoiler alert, you keep getting older. It's actually crazy. But yeah, that's about it. Bye.